This is Minecraft's new super fast travel method, the Wind Chicken Elytra cannon. I made this and put out a video a few days ago explaining how it works, and today I've improved it. First of all, thank you so much for the support on the last video. The views are going up faster than the cannon can launch you. I'm now at 4,000 subscribers. There were so many comments, most of them just there to help the algorithm do it a boost, including a comment from RecRap, and one from SP737, and Mogswamp made his own entire video on it.
A new ultra-fast transportation method was just discovered in Minecraft. It's called the Wind Elytra Tunnel, and it was recently showcased by the YouTuber Unhappy Bee.
Mogswamp actually pointed out to me that this is incredibly useful in superflat worlds, as dolphin speed highways and iceboat roads are made from items not possible to get in superflat. Anyway, the Chicken Cannon 2.0 is here, but this time it uses silverfish. There are lots of improvements this time around. Turns out 60,000 people's brains combined makes much better ideas than one guy. If you want to see the mechanics of how it works, go watch the first video. The most requested idea was replacing the chickens with silverfish. This removes the entire auto egg machine that I made last time and makes the whole machine heaps smaller. The silverfish are spawned in using a silverfish farm designed by Regand. I didn't come up with this, you can go watch this video to get a more detailed explanation on how to set it up and how it works. But basically there's this new potion effect called Infested, which is actually added at the same time that wind bursts were. It makes entities spawn silverfish whenever they take damage, and because allies are immortal, if you just give them Infested and then put them on a campfire so they constantly take damage, they constantly spawn silverfish and don't die from it. This doesn't improve the speed at which the player flies, but it improves how quickly the cannon can reload itself, as the silverfish farm spawns a couple silverfish every single second, while an auto egg machine spawns one egg every few seconds and only has a 1 in 8 chance of actually dropping a chicken. I originally built the chicken cannon on the Strides SMP and it didn't really work that well, and the main reason was because it took just ages to reload itself, but this new version with the silverfish restocks back to full in 21 seconds. Lots of people were also asking if this works on Bedrock Edition, and the answer is, I don't know. Because I compared the cannon to going 13 times the speed of sound, lots of people also asked if this was possible to go to the speed of light, and the answer is, no, of course not. Do you know how fast the speed of light actually is? It's like really fast. This is not going anywhere near that fast without 33 million silverfish crammed into the system. That's not an exaggeration. Another lot of people asked if this had any hope of being able to fly you to the world border. Also, no, the world border is 30 million blocks away. This can launch you really fast, but only for a couple seconds. You could build one of these cannons every couple thousand blocks to launch you to the world border, but you'd have to build a couple thousand of these cannons, and it wouldn't really be worth it, and not many people are usually commuting to and from the world border. They only want to go there once. But anyway, I made two different versions of this. Version number 1 uses a pressure plate. For some reason, this one doesn't work with a tunnel. I don't know why, but after about 700 blocks, the game just caps your speed and you just stop moving. So this version doesn't use a tunnel. Because it doesn't use a tunnel, I can't really call it the WET for Wind Elytra Tunnel. Now it's just WE for Wee. But the really cool thing that I added this time is it can be customized how far you go. In this lectern there's a bunch of different pages you can flick to, and different pages will load in different amounts of silverfish into the system, which changes how far you go. It's really important that you choose how far you want the cannon to go before you activate the silverfish farm, because the way it changes your speed is just adding more silverfish to the system. Another thing that I really wanted to improve on with this system is killing the mobs that explode. Previously I used harming potions, which work really well, but as I found out on the Strides SMP, they're really difficult to get hold of because you can't brew them directly, so I was really trying to find a different way of getting this to work. Somebody in the comments recommended as a joke using an anvil to squish them, and this actually kind of had some promise, but you'd have to like move the anvil every time you wanted to fire it. But then I thought, firework rockets. They're a really flashy, silly way of killing the chickens, but it actually works pretty well, and firework rockets are really cheap and easy to make. Much easier than harming potions. But, obviously, as I said in the last video, I can't put vines here to stop entity cramming because of the pressure plate, so this one has about a max distance of 3000 blocks, because silverfish have a slightly smaller hitbox than chickens. So here is version 2, this one doesn't have a pressure plate and instead has vines, so there can theoretically be an infinite amount of silverfish in the system. However, it will obviously cause lag if you just leave it on for too long. I had the same problem with the chicken cannon, but this one actually fixes itself. See, Infested is a potion effect which only lasts for 3 minutes, so the machine just automatically stops spawning silverfish after 3 minutes. This is enough to load about 500 silverfish into the system, and 500 silverfish can launch you around 22,000 blocks. Don't let this stop you can just press this button as many times as you want. Every time you splash a potion, another 500 silverfish gets added to the system. Just do note though, this is really laggy when you go like over 1,000. So, that's the design. Set the distance in this lectern to be what you want. There's a button here, click it to splash the allies with Infested. Wait about 20 to 30 seconds for the light to turn on, and it's ready. Crouch on the edge of the target block, look at the other target block to line up your player's view. You want to be facing mostly straight forward and a little bit up, so you fly into the sky rather than into a mountain. You can also do this by hitting F3, making your rotation line up to around -90, -2.2. Doesn't have to be exact, just around that amount. Then press space twice to jump and activate your Elytra. You should fall in, firing the cannon. Thanks for watching. The world download is in the description if you want to use this yourself. There is no nether version this time, as the silverfish farm needs water to be able to work. There is probably a way for that to be able to work, just look in the comments, those guys are pretty smart. See ya.